Throughout the time of film, America and British films have always had their differences. American films have always been profitable than the British film industry. The Big Six are a big part of why American film industry is so successful. Also, the use of horizontal integration, which allows them to advertise to bigger audiences because they have their own ownership of their own distribution companies and productions. School of Comedy is a remake of a British film which later on turned to an American one. The British version was made in 1960 and directed by Robert Hammer. Its genre is comedy, and the film is about a man who gets to school for lifemanship skills and ends up meeting a woman and tries to get with her, but ends up fighting with this other man to try and get her. The school is supposed to teach him life goals about personalities and looks. The comedy in the British film is very much easily thought about, like tripping on a banana skin comedy, which back in those days the audience loved. In the American remake, it's a 47-year gap between films, so when watching the 2006 remake, it was very much different. Firstly, using different ethnical cultures, some characters were black and some were white. However, in the 60 film, it was somewhat wrong to use black people in a British film. However, what did say the same was the storyline of playing tennis, talking to girls, and helping friends out, and two men fighting over a woman. Also, uses of the same name, Mr. Potter, for example. The comedy of it was much more modern and well thought of and witty. The comedy was things like taking the mick out of people and just modern banter that men would have with each other. Nowadays, use of violence and guns to try and win the girl also appeared in the American one. However, in the 60s film, they had a game of tennis to try and impress her. Also, in the American one, they use well known actors, actresses, because they know now in society people go to see films because of the people in it. A big advantage on the American remake was that they had a big distribution. The a British film used Dismantle Films. The American ones used Dismantle Films, and the British films used Path and Warner Brothers. When the remake American came out, the box office made 23,947,685, which is 10 times better than the 1961, which only made a profit of 30,000.